Hello and welcome back to another FTB Infinity Expert Mode. We are here in the world, up on a beautiful stack of 3x3 diamonds, all the way down to the ground. You can see the blood magic. I've actually removed the area above the altar and all that kind of stuff. Great little view spot from up here. You know, all that fun stuff. Now, for those of you that know, when you dig down with a hammer like this and fortune and all that kind of stuff, you get a ton of experience orbs that just cloud up your head and all that kind of stuff. But there's a solution to that, and it is the Ring of Experience. It requires an experience rod from Ender.io and a bottle of enchanting. Now, I got bottles of enchanting from loot bags. So that's where I got that. There is other ways of doing it. I believe the XP bottler is one as well. But basically we throw on this ring, and what you'll see is it collects the experience instantly. So there's no experience orbs running all over the place, and we're getting a whole bunch of diamonds and a whole bunch of levels, already up to 35. You also don't get all that little annoying noise and whatnot. It's a great little ring to have on whenever you're collecting a whole bunch of experience. Highly recommend it overall. So I'm going to basically finish mining these diamonds and putting them in our storage, and we'll move on to our project for the day. Alright, so we're back. I basically farmed up all of our diamond ore, because why not? 85 levels later. And you know what? Let's finally make the dire crafting table. This is the guy that allows you to create all of those high-end items. So we're going to need 8 of these crystal matrix. And those are going to require this diamond lattice. Oh boy. Okay, so we need 8 times 4 diamond lattice. 32? Is that right? Well, let's find out soon enough. I'm pretty sure that's correct. 32 diamond lattice. Rip diamonds, am I right? Oh well. That's probably one of the things that we're going to have to address at some point in time here pretty soon, is our lack of diamonds. But that should give us the 8 crystal matrix ingots, and we need a double compressed crafting table. So we need this guy. We need a whole bunch of crafting tables. Alright. Whole bunch of them. Wow. Alright. Here we go. Make a stack. Oh, come on, game. You know, I've noticed that this is, I don't know if this is a bug just with AE or what, but it causes that little bit of a problem. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gives us 7, so we need a few more crafting tables. And, let's see, we need about 20 more, I think. That should do us. Either way. Good. And let's make the rest. Good and good. So there's our last 2, and this should then be able to compress down into a double compressed, and now we can make our dire crafting table. Very nice. This guy basically is the be-all and end-all for all of the advanced crafting. So this is where we put in all of our advanced crafting recipes, like the creative energy cell and all that kind of stuff. Now, we're not really going to be using it all that much, but we can at least get things a little bit prepped. So let's look up the creative energy cell here. So we need some lumium. We need the Galgadorian blocks around each side. So these will all be Galgador, Galgador, and Galgadorian. So by theory, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more of those is all. So let's take a look and see if we can actually craft all 8. Boom. Oh, we're missing obsidian. Okay. But that's it. Everything else we already have. So this is fantastic news. We're pretty much there. And lumium is, I believe, craftable, so that should be pretty straightforward. We're going to need, I believe, another 20 or so of those. We might as well get that crafting up to get the lumium blocks that we require. And let's see, what else do we need? We need 3, 6, 8 pellets of Rtg Fuel. Okay, Rtg Fuel. 8 pellets of it. Let's quickly grab our suit and make the Rtg Fuel as well. Now, we're pretty much getting somewhat close here. So that's 2, so we need 6 more. Just like so. We should have it. Okay, good. And then we can start to place in these guys. There, and so on and so forth. We're going to be getting in our aluminum, so we can start making our aluminum blocks. There we go. There's 2 of them anyways. And these are going to go into the corners. We could probably make at least 1 quantum solar panel, but I'm not going to just yet. I think we should probably hold off a little bit there. There we go. Come on, aluminum. 2 more. Hurry up, please. I don't have enough. Okay, let's make 10 more. There we go. That should help us. All right, beautiful. And aluminum block. All right, so we have all the aluminum. We are going to have all of the Galgadorian. We just finished all of the Rtg pellets. Good. And next up is everything else. So far so good on our creative energy cell. But we're going to take a break from that. We're not going to do any more creative energy cell work today. I think instead what we're going to do is we're going to finally work on our blood magic some more. And the main thing that we're going to work on is finishing getting this to tier 5. We need runes, and a whole bunch of them. And I want pretty much all of them to be sacrifice, speed, or capacity. Now we need to change out the top 4. We need to change out some on the 2nd level here, as well as the entire 3rd row that all needs blood runes. So these guys are a bit of a pain in the butt to make from blood magic based on the recipes. So the Rune of Augmented Capacity isn't too bad. But the Rune of Sacrifice is very annoying. And the reason it's annoying is because of the Dagger of Sacrifice. These guys are requiring an Arthana on a blood altar. Okay. Now, the Arthana also requires this recipe. So it's a little bit annoying to make all of this stuff. And it also requires Thaumium and 2 blood runes as well. Holy crikey. So let's work on something to make it maybe just a little bit easier to craft. And shabam, 1413 experience. Love it. So what we're going to work on is an item from Britannia, and it's called the Manufactory Halo. So we're going to need an assembly halo first. So we're going to need a mana pearl. We're going to need a decent amount of mana pearls, actually, all things considered. Do we have some up here? We have a whole bunch. Excellent. Let's just take all of this mana steel and whatnot down to our storage system, because that's a thing. All right. Good. We'll put these away. Put that guy down. And that gives us our assembly halo. Okay, so now we need to upgrade that into a manufactory halo just by adding it to a mana diamond. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, when you craft or when you hover on this thing, you can see a whole bunch of neat spaces all around you, which is pretty nice. And basically what this does, so if you click on this crafting table right here, it brings up a crafting table for you in your bar. It's pretty sweet. So, for example, if we wanted to craft, something as simple as, say, a blood rune. Let's look that up. A blood rune is going to be this recipe right here. So, all that we need to do is we need to have these items in our hotbar, and it will craft them. Okay? So, if I have stone, if I have, I think all of our waystones over there. Let's get some shards. I should have a decent amount of lots of those. And what else do we need? We need a whole bunch of blank slates. Let's do that. And let's also do up an orb, I believe we need. And we need the waystones. So when I click on this, and I basically can go to a blood rune, like so, we can then put it into the recipe here. So stones, that, any shard. So that, we got those. Stone all around. We have the orb and a waystone. Good. Boom. And we can now set that to the side by right-clicking on it, that recipe. So now, what we should end up with is all of these guys being able to be crafted. So, let's see. They should be as simple as... What do you mean not enough materials? Oh, it already made them. Okay. So it used up all of our blank slates, and it made 11 blood runes. Pretty nice, right? And it just did that automatically. So the other thing that we can use this for is the Rune of Sacrifice. We can set this guy to automatically craft up as we get the materials. So let me get a few other items together, and we will start on this experience. And it may not be that much of an enjoyable one. Just saying. Just saying. Alrighty, so all we're doing here is I put in all the arcane stone, and I have another item translocator here to another chest. Now this guy's set to only pull out blank slates. So automatically once blank slates are crafted in the blood altar, it's going to pull them out and put them into storage so that they don't start crafting the next level. So this is just kind of a quality of life thing, pretty straightforward. Highly recommend coming up with some sort of a system like this. Always make sure you have glowstone on your stuff though, so that it pulls out nice and quickly, and it inputs in a stack as well. So that will be good for that guy. We also need to get all different kinds of things. Why did I go to the tower? I need to go to the blood magic area. There we go. So let's just slap a glowstone dust on that guy as well, so that it can pull out the blank slates quite nicely. We have almost 31 million millibuckets of blood. That's pretty ridiculous. Just saying. But this thing is still incredibly slow because of things like speed runes. We really just don't have any at this point in time. So we do have some sugar and stuff. We need some reinforced slates. But we could work to set up the one for the speed runes and get some speed runes running on this thing and improving on that. So let's get a whole bunch of stone. About 4 stacks should do the job. That should allow us to craft a whole bunch of these once those blank slates are done. And I'm sure we're going to need a ton of blood runes anyways for tier 6 and beyond. So I'm not going to be too worried about all of that. Now the runes, on the other hand, require a little bit more. We also need thaumium. So let's get some thaumium. We'll just pull out a stack of that as well and be fully prepared for what's about to come. So this is taking forever. Literally forever. So I'll be back once it's done. Okay, so I just used the Manufactory Halo to get ourselves some speed runes as well here. So let's quickly convert all of this over. I want to get at least the 8 down here, and that should help a little bit with the speed at which the items get absorbed in. And then the rest of this, at least this level, is all going to be runes of sacrifice. So we're going to need a decent amount of these things. And this isn't even including the next row. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So we're going to need, let's see, Rune of Sacrifice is going to require imbued states. Alright. So what I'm thinking we should do, we already have the reinforced slate in there. Let's take out pretty much all of these blank slates, and let's throw them in, And these will get converted into reinforced slates. Now, I think we're going to need some more arcane stone anyways. So let's get some of that upstairs. And we should be getting at least somewhat closer and ready to go. So these are going to become reinforced, which would allow us to make more speed runes. But I think we're good on that right now. I think we just need to get the rest set up. So we're going to need at least a few of these Rune of Sacrifice. Now the Rune of Sacrifice requires the Dagger of Sacrifice, which requires the Arthana. The Arthana requires living wood twigs, gold, and ender pearls, mana pearls. So we need some living wood. Let's start with that. Boom. That should be more than enough. We'll throw that down into our system here and also set it up to make a whole bunch of twigs. I'm just going to make like 32 of these because I think we're going to need that many anyways. So this will give us a few Arthanas. Now the reason this is such a pain in the butt to do is, well, these guys don't stack at all. So by using the things that we've used here, we should be able to automatically craft and manipulate all of these things. So I'm going to hang out. There's a ton of crafting to do, which is basically just me standing here waiting for stuff to finish. This is the only downside to blood magic, really, is the standing around waiting type scenario is a little bit frustrating and annoying, but it's not too bad overall, and you do get some nice powerful items out of it. So let's get a few more of these. Good. And keep filling up that chest. Bam. More Arthanas. Beautiful. And these guys should automatically start to get put in. And then basically we will set it up so that it pulls out the Dagger of Sacrifice. So once it is completed, it will pull out a dagger, just like so. And we should be good to go. Now these two daggers here, for example, we can use to set up our Manufactory halo. So let's set this guy up right now. So we need an imbued slate. Oh, we need an imbued slate first. Shucks. Okay. Good. So we're already starting to pull out some of the Dagger of Sacrifices. That's good. They are crafting up. That's beautiful. I don't believe we have a spare imbued slate. I believe we're pretty much out of all slates at this point in time. So I'm going to get a little bit of that going. We have some Daggers of Sacrifice starting to fill up. And let's get at least a few imbued slates. 10 should do the job. There we go. Oh, because it's set to pull that out. Well, that's annoying. Okay. We'll remove that, place those back in, and get them cooking up. So let's set up our halo here to automatically craft up our Rune of Sacrifice. So these guys like so, and that's going to give us the Rune of Sacrifice. Good. And we will auto-craft that. Very good. So it should, as soon as we have the Master Orb back in, it should start auto-crafting these. Not enough material because we don't have the daggers. But every time I get 2 daggers in my inventory, it's auto-crafting up the next Rune of Sacrifice. Oh, that is wonderful right there. So that gave us 10 just off the hop, which is amazing, let me add. So let's get some of these swapped out for the Runes of Sacrifice. Now, again, this is what I'm talking about. This is awesome. Now, actually, can we use... Can we use the Wand of Equal Trade for this? Let's find out. Alright, so just using the Wand of the Equal Trade here, we'll go around, and that way we can automatically split them up. How sweet is that? So obviously we're going to need a whole bunch more Daggers of Sacrifice. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more just to complete on our tier 4 level. And then, of course, we have the rest to go as well. So, without further ado, I'm going to get at least a few more of these running. And we should get it done right away. I also need to get more Arthanas ready to go. So, I'm going to try to get as much of this done. There's so much and so many little steps. I don't know if we'll complete the whole outer circle in these runes or not. It's pretty grindy, but it's probably worth it in the long run, because for every Rune of Sacrifice we place down, it's going to give us more blood per witch that we have as well. So we'll take out those and make a few more Runes of Sacrifice here. Good. So there's our 4 that we need. So we can swap these guys out. Boom. 3 and 4. So now we should start to see us getting more blood per, tick of the witches than what we were previously getting. Now, I mean, it's staying pretty much full, even with these Arthanas going. So I'm not going to be too concerned about the blood at this point in time. We do need to start filling up our orb again, though. So let's get that going. And we can kind of monitor how fast that's going up. We're getting a decent amount per little tick. And that is awesome. So I need to get a whole bunch more Arthanas, imbued slates, you name it. We're going to need more blood runes as well, which means we're going to need more slates. So, yeah, lots of good little things. So, without further ado, I'm going to keep on trucking. Alright, so I think this is the last Rune of Sacrifice that I require. Now, of course, there's still a few empty slots. We need to get some runes of, let's see, speed. I think I'm going to need a few more speed runes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think it's 3 more speed runes, so that's 3 reinforced slates. Let's see, what do we have available for slates? I don't know if we have any. I think we've used them all up already. How weird is that? We've gone through a ton of these things, so yeah, you might want to be fully prepared. Let's just put it that way. Alright, let's get back up. I need to make a ton of slates. So first things first, let's make it so that we are removing slates. Well, I don't have any, so I can't set my filter. Oh well, we'll place them in and they will become slates at some point in time. I'm not sure if there's a way to reverse blacklist this or something like that. Kind of just blacklist the arcane stone blocks instead. Maybe I'll look that up here. I'm trying to recall, but yeah, anyways, so I need a ton more slates. We're going to go with the Rune of Speed, and then I think on the corners there's, what is there, 8? So there's 1, 2 per side. Yeah, so 8 corners. I'm thinking that we're going to make the Rune of Superior Capacity. This guy right here is basically going to enhance our capacity over and above what these guys do. So I think we can make that. Can we? We can't yet, can we? We need actual tier 5 orb first. This guy. And for that, we need a demon blood shard. Oh boy. I don't even remember how to get those. I'll have to look that up. So we will need the tier 5 before we can get the superior capacity. But I think I'm going to leave those ones blank then for now, because we want to input the superior capacity there. So let's just swap these guys out and get prepared for all of that. Okay, one more. And we're going to need more just generic blood runes as well. So we're almost there. We're almost at tier 5. Very, very close, and that will help a ton. It improves the transfer rate of blood into items. It gives us more capacity. It's just, it's so much more worth it. So right now we have 34,000 for the tier 4. I'll be back with you guys as soon as I'm done, and we have the tier 5 blood altar. Okay, so we're coming up here. There's our last 3 runes of speed. Oh man, we're pretty much done. And we should have tier 5 right now. So let's jump on up, click on it, tier 5. And we bumped up to 42,000 LP. Very good. I like it a lot. We've been losing LP, though, ever since because we don't have our orb on here. So let's get that guy going. And as you can see, our blood is increasing quite nicely. Now, you're probably going, okay, great. You did all this cool stuff. Why did you do it? All that kind of stuff. Well, I did it for a reason. And the main reason being is when we were still producing obsidian upstairs, we were losing life points. Now, I've debated getting more witches and stuff first, but I wanted to see where we were at LP-wise first in terms of getting this guy up to tier 5. So we now have the tier 5 blood altar, and I'm kind of curious to monitor if we are making enough blood to completely manage this obsidian production. So we're gaining a decent amount per tick. So let's just remove that and slap it back down and see if we are still gaining. It looks like we are still gaining in blood. Awesome. So by theory, I could put a deep storage unit on here and always have an endless supply of blood. I like it a lot. That'll give us the obsidian that we require for our needs in terms of the Galgadorian metal. Awesome. That is exactly what I wanted to see. So, there we go. We now have, by theory, infinite amount of obsidian. We could continually send it back and fill up a deep storage unit worth back to here. Now, how many did I need here again? I think it was 8, right? I'm pretty sure it was 8 more. 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 8 more Galgadorian metal. So let's get those guys crafting. We already have the obsidian. We have the diamonds. We have everything. So get crafting system. It takes a while to produce these. You know, making about 4,000 magma cream isn't that easy. So, it will take a little bit of time. I should have all of the energy frames, these guys right here, ready and done. So let's fill these ones up. And we are just that much closer to our creative energy cell. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Now, I mean, we do still need to get the Draconic Flux capacitors. Those are probably our biggest holdup right now. If anybody has any recommendations on a good way to do those, let me know. And, of course, we need to get our quantum solar panels. And there's, what, 9 of them that we need? So it's a decent amount overall. But I think we're almost at the point here where we can pull that off. So let's take a quick look at our solar panel situation. So I do have 4 quantum cores, and I can make more, I believe. Let's see, 5 more? Oh yeah, we can make 5 more. So that'll give us the 9 that we require for the quantum solar panels. So let's get those guys crafting as well. So now, we're not only crafting a massive Galgadorian metal, we are now also crafting all of the quantum cores that we require. Now, those guys, if you remember, are required also for the ME controller or the energy acceptor. So keep that in mind too. But these quantum solar panels are the big guy. So let's look at our solar. And I think once one of these finishes, we should be able to go to town. Let's see. Tin item casings. Iron plates. Tin plates. Okay. Intricate circuit boards. Alright. All pretty doable stuff. And flint. Really? Flint? Of all things. Alright. Flint. So yeah, we have a little bit of crafting to handle and to make some of our stuff. But we have tier 5 blood altar that should be giving us a large amount of LP. As you can see, we're hovering right around the 1,000,000 mark, which is perfect. And that will only go up once we get the demon, this guy right here, the demon blood shard on our altar, so that we can get the next level of orb and up our blood pool even more. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Again, we're progressing towards the greater good here. Getting the Galgador and I believe the quantum cores are almost getting there as well. It's crafting up, oh my lord, at all that advanced alloy. Holy cow. But it's crafting away, and I think we should be in pretty good spot starting next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, enjoy the episode, or I hope you enjoyed the episode, I should say, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye for now. See ya.